Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's see what I'm up to today. All right, we're going to be working in this mold right here, and we're going to be placing this car decal that says, I saw that inside of this mold. I love this car decal. Then we're going to be placing this mold right here is a mold that you place your glasses inside. And I want to see if I can um, resin it right down on the bottom of our tray here and hang it on the wall or set it on a desk or shelf or whatever table and put your glasses in it. And when Jesus says, I saw that, pick your glasses up, put them on. I want to see it too. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make me one for my craft room, for my reading glasses. I'm going to put mine on there. And when I look up at that and see that, and Jesus says, I saw that, get my glasses so I can see it too. Okay, we're going to start by spraying a little alcohol into the mold. I use 91% alcohol. And you want to use the alcohol that has the least amount of water in it. So that's why you want to go for 91 or 100%. Okay, now I'm going to drop a little bit of this glitter in my cup here. I mixed up 100 mils of Let's Resin epoxy, 50 of A and 50 of B. And I have a little bit more over there in my cup. I separated it into several different cups because I have some that I'm going to be using in something else too. But we're going to place a little bit of the resin down in this tray here. And then we're going to place our car decal inside of the tray. And I just wanted it to have just a hint of glitter in it. Now I'm going to use my heat gun, pop any of those surface bubbles. Okay, now I had to trim this out because I didn't want I saw that to be on it, because if I was to keep the I saw that and put it in here, you would be able to see the white part of the decal. You know, you would be able to see it was cut out, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't want you to be able to see that. So I'm not going to use that part of the decal. I'm going to get my Cricut and I'm going to make another I saw that. And then when we demold this, I'm going to place that on the front in a place that I think looks good next to Jesus here. And then I'm going to put some resin over that. And that's when we'll take our glass tray and put it on the bottom of this and resin them together. Does that make sense? Okay, now I'm just going to cover Jesus here inside of the mold, the little decal, and make sure that he's fully covered because I don't want him poking up out of there or folding, inside of the mold. Now we're going to use polyurethane resin to make our tray. And the reason we're going to use polyurethane resin is we don't want that tray bending or, if it gets a little bit hot in the room, I don't want it to start, folding in or whatever. So we're going to use polyurethane resin, and that's going to ensure that this little tray for our glasses is going to be rock solid. Okay, polyurethane resin is a part A and a part B. It cures in 10 minutes. You have a 2-minute working time. So I'm going to put part A in my cup here and measure it out. I think I hit 95 on my scales. So now I'm going to put this cup up here and pump out part B to 95. And I know these pumps don't fit my bottles, but I don't like pouring out of these bottles because it gets all down the side of the bottle. So what I do is I put these pumps on there, pump out what I need, and then I have these bags that are labeled A and B, and I keep my pumps inside of those bags. And I just bring them out when I'm using my polyurethane resin. Okay. I think I'm done there. Now I'm taking my pumps off. See, I'm just showing you the little bags I keep them in, and that says B on it. And then here's my A. So I take my pump out and I put it inside of my bag that says A. And I have a ton of those pumps because I get them every time I order my Let's Resin gallon jugs. Which I think I'm going to start ordering their bigger size one. Okay, now I'm just going to mix in my mica powder into part A. Stir it up really good because you don't have long to work with this. So I'm going to make sure I get it stirred up really good in part A, and then we'll mix them together and then stir them up until the cup gets really, really hot. And I always like to time it to see, how accurate it is, but I never, ever make it to 2 minutes before I start pouring. And I don't know if it's me being paranoid because it's getting really hot in my cup. I don't know, but I don't wait. When I start feeling that heat get hot in my cup, I go ahead and pour it. And I'm going to add a little bit of gold leaf to this. I'm not sure if we'll have any of it peek out at us and we'll be able to see it or not, but I'm going to give it a try anyway. Okay, now I'm going to get my glitter out and I'm going to add a little bit of this glitter to this polyurethane resin. I'm not sure if we'll see it or not, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. Okay, I think that's good and stirred up now. So I'm going to get my mold and set it over here so we will have it, nearby us to grab it really quick once this starts heating up. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour part B into my solo cup here. And then I'm going to grab part A. But first I'm getting my little timer out here and I'm fixing it to 2 minutes. And we're going to time it to see how far I make it before my cup starts getting really hot. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it on because now the clock starts ticking. Okay, now I'm just going to stir until I start feeling my cup get really hot in my hand. And I went ahead and sped this part up right here because I didn't cut any of this out of my video. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is doing okay. I hope everybody's Wednesday is going great. Mine has been pretty good. I have church tonight. Okay, I feel it getting hot, y'all. So we made it to, let's see, what was there? 25 seconds left? Yeah, I believe it was 25 seconds left. I don't know. I'll have to rewind it to be precise on that, but I believe it was 25 or 30 seconds left. So it's pretty close. Pretty close. Okay, I'm going to set my clock to 8 minutes because probably 2 of them went by already and it's 10 minutes to demold. So here we go. Let's go ahead and demold our tray and see what it looks like. Man, we lost a lot of color off of that tray. It looks really light blue now. So I don't know if this is going to match the colors that I chose for our um, tray. So I don't know, you guys. We'll just have to see what it looks like when we get done with the other part. And my mold looks good. It's not messed up. The last time I used polyurethane resin, it messed up one of my molds. I have a little bubble pocket right there. So I'm going to have to fix that. And then we did get the gold leaf to peek out at us. Look, I got quite a bit of it in the tray. That's awesome. Look, we're going to put my glasses on there. Isn't this tray just the cutest, you guys? Look at that. That is awesome. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, now we're back to our tray. I thought we would give Jesus some gold, on his body, his clothes, what he's wearing. So I want the gold to peek through his clothes. I'm going to take my heat gun and just heat that resin up a little bit because I stirred up the resin a little bit and I don't want it to have any bubbles in there. Now I'm going to spritz a little bit of alcohol. Okay, now we're back. And here's the colors that I chose for our tray. We're going to use this beautiful yellow. So I'm just going to get a hefty amount out into my cup here. And if you're new to my channel, I always put just a little bit of resin in my cup with my mica powder and I stir it up really good. And then I'll go ahead and add the rest of my resin to my cup. And that keeps bubbles to a minimum. So I sped this part up right here because all we're doing is mixing our colors for the tray. Now here's the blues. Really, they're teals. These are teal colors. And I picked out two of them because one has like a sheen to it that I really liked. So I'm going to mix the two colors. Okay, I think that's good and mixed up. Now we're going to use my Cast and Craft white, and it's a pigment paste. And I'm going to drop about 12 to 13 drops down in my cup here because we're going to be pouring quite a bit of resin. I mixed up 50 of A and 50 of B, so it's 100 mils altogether. Okay, now we're going to put it in my split cup here and pour it at the same time. And you guys, I just told a story. I didn't do 100 mils. I did 200 mils. 100 of A and 100 of B. Isn't that beautiful? I could do this all day long, which I do, pretty much. Not all day long, but I get to do it, every day. I would do it all day long if I could. Okay, now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to heat it up, get that resin to moving a little bit, and then we're going to spray some alcohol in there and pop some of the surface bubbles. And we need a little bit more resin in there. I'm not satisfied with what I have in there. So we're going to use the rest of what I had stuck over to the side. And I'll just mix up some more for my other project. And I think that's pretty much going to fill the mold right there. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to take my little silicone tip brush here and just put a few swirls in it, and then get on out of there. Use my heat gun, pop any surface bubbles. And I need to get me a new cover. I have a lot of covers, but I don't have any real big covers. So I need to get me another one of those. The last one I had broke. All right, we're back now and it's time to demold. This is my favorite time of all. Okay, I did another tray because that blue is not going to match, I don't think. So I did a yellow tray. So let's see if this will match our tray a little bit better than that the light blue one. I was picking in the resin and it made a little lump on the bottom of the tray. But it's no big deal. It doesn't look bad at all. It's not going to be a big deal. It's going to be on the bottom anyway. Okay, here it is. You can see a little bit of the gold leaf. I did put gold leaf in this one too, but not as much as we got in our light blue one. But this tray might look better. We're going to go ahead and demold this one and we'll see if which one looks the best. I hope the front of our tray looks beautiful with the colors, the way they turn out, because you never know what you're going to get. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. I absolutely love it. Let me take y'all down so we can take a closer look at it. I love using that cast and craft pigment paste with mica powder. It's so beautiful. The way it reacts, together and, the colors that it gives you, it's just stunning. Look at the gold leaf in Jesus's clothes. That turned out so cute. Okay, let's put the yellow tray on here and see what it looks like. I think that matches really good. What do you guys think? I think that's going to be so cute. Okay, let's scoot the light blue one over here and let's see. I don't know. Either one of them really looks good with it. It's just the light blue doesn't really match the blue in the tray, which that's okay. It doesn't look bad. It really doesn't. But I think I'm going to pick the yellow. Yeah, I'm going to go with the yellow. Let me know what you all think. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with the yellow. But I still want to hear what you all think about it. Okay, now this is what I went and made on my Cricut. And I cut it to where it's in 3 pieces. And that's how I want to lay it on the tray. And then we'll put this on the bottom. How does that look? I think that's going to be gorgeous. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take my tape off of my letters here. And then I'm going to take my little stick here and use it as sort of like a guide. It's not wanting to stick on there. I had something wet on my finger and it got the back of the tape wet. Okay, I think I'm going to lay it right there. And then I'm going to pull the transfer tape up and roll it off of there. Now let's get our other piece over here. I'm going to take the transfer tape off, the backing off of it. And I like to roll it off. That way, if any letter is not coming up, I can push it back down really quick and scoop that other letter back up. Now I'm going to take it on the stick and use that stick as my guide as I lay it down. Make sure I have it where I want it. Okay, I think right about there. And then I'm going to roll the transfer tape off of it. There we go. Now let's get our other piece right here. I love using these skewer sticks as guides to put my transfer tape or any kind of sticker or decal on. They work wonderful for me. Okay, I think that's pretty much centered right there. It doesn't matter if I scratch the top of the tray with this stick. I'm going to be doming it anyway. Okay, there we go. Let's take a look at it. That turned out so cute. I absolutely love it. I love the font also that I chose on my Cricut to use with this. Okay, here we are. I have my little turntable out that I like to dome on. And we're going to go ahead. I'm making sure that it can turn without bumping anything on my table. I have my Let's Resin epoxy mixed up. And we're going to go ahead and dome this tray. I'm making sure it's level. We are good. So let's go ahead and pour. I like to start on the edges of anything that I'm doming first. And I go ahead and get my edges, taken care of. Making sure the resin is completely to the edge. And I'm using a silicone tipped brush to move the resin to the edge. And then I'll go ahead and pour the next side. And I'm just going to do that around it until I get it completely done on the edges. Okay, now we've got the edges done. Let's go ahead and pour in the center of the tray and then get this domed up and let it cure. Well, we don't want to let it fully cure. I've got to watch it. And when it starts gelling up, we're going to go ahead and get our tray and stick it on the bottom. All right, I'm going to cover this and I'll see y'all back when it's time to put the tray on. All right, this has been probably 4 hours later. Really 5 hours. I believe it was 5 hours. 5 or 6 hours later. I see some dust on there. I'm just picking it off. But everything looks good. It's tacky enough to go ahead and put our tray on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to try to see which way will be best that y'all can see me put it on there, but also to where I can see what I'm doing. Okay, let me try to turn it. I'm trying to see how I'm going to do this because I know when I put the tray on there, I'm going to need something to hold it. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, I can't see that. I'm not going to be able to see that. Okay, I'm going to have to turn it this way, you guys. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see me put it right on there, but that's all I'm doing is putting it right on there. And this is the best spot I can see at. Okay, I just placed it on there right quick, and I'm going to turn it so you can see. Now, can somebody grab it, and then I'll see you in the morning when it's cured. Somebody come hold it till in the morning. Oh, goodness. Let me grab this bottle of glue here and see if that'll work. Okay, I really just set that glue up there, and then that didn't work, you guys. But I'm going to show you what I ended up having to do. I had to put it on my heat mat, put the bottle of glitter behind it, and put some tape on it right here to hold that tray where it would not move anymore. And I couldn't tell you the little dust balls I kept having to pick off of it till I finally got some trash bags out and made a big tent and put it over it. So now we're here and it's the next morning and this is what we got. It turned out absolutely gorgeous. I'm so pleased with it. So pleased with it. What do you guys think about it? Do you like it? I think this turned out so cute. The only thing wrong with it is when I put the tape on it, the tape got on the resin and I didn't notice it and it left a little bitty piece right there. But it's not a big deal. It's hardly even noticeable. I'll find some way to fix it. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. I think I might make a few more of these and put them in my shop. And it even stands up. You don't have to hang it. You can set it up on your counter, on your table, or whatever. You don't have to necessarily hang it. And then I'm going to take my glasses and set them on it. Isn't that too cute? I love it. See there? It's level and everything. Turned out awesome. Okay. Well, see this up here? I have picked out some ribbon to tie around it and make it really cute. This is the ribbon that I picked out for it. But we can't tie it on there yet because the resin is still curing. But I'm going to let it cure probably about 3 days. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the ribbon on it. And probably put a little charm inside the ribbon too to dangle from it a little bit. You know, to really make it pop. I think I'm going to put, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one and make another one or if I'm going to sell this one, put this one in my shop. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I know I'm going to be making me one for my craft room. And I'd like one a little bit more colorful for my craft room. So I may end up putting this one in my shop. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.